Texas, and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Two men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Looking to pass. First play is Prescott. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
It's zone defense right away here defensively, and I know that these linebackers and DBs are going to be tested throughout. They passed the first test, though. This one falls incomplete.
Now Prescott rolling to his left. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. And that is incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on fourth down. That is caught. Dances by him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a first carry here for their running back. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now Prescott steps away. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. And he will have a Cowboys first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Prescott now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down. Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. And down inside the 15 he goes. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Prescott. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on...
And right away, he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
It's a big play there for Seattle. 43 yards. We're scoreless after one. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. That completes it again to Metcalf. Whoa, it still won't go down. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Geno. And it's incomplete.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their 2nd possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 4. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this is going to be a Cowboys 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 32-yard line. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Left side to Lamb. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Now Dak, he's going to mix it up. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Rico Dowdle, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Escaping the pressure right. Has it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now Geno on 1st down. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 16 more on that one and another 1st down. Now Smith. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The Smith's throw into the hands of Fant. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Off of play action, here's Smith. And complete to Smith and Jigba. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark it down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Myers' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Now a handoff looking right. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
10 yards and a Seattle first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, And then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Flushed out right. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Has not been a big game for him throwing the football. I think he feels like, let's try something different. Let's use the legs here and see if we can make some plays.
And no passing touchdowns, yardage not where he would like it. Try something new. It worked there. This is the tight end fan. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to first and goal. Here's Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 10-7. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Now this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25. Third down at 6. He's got his target. That's complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. CeeDee Lamb, touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, 75 yards. And the Cowboys have retaken a third quarter lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead is now 14-10. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. To throw is Smith. Dancing to his left. Incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out,
they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On third down, here's Walker. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down. They snap it to Smith. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Here's Prescott. Steps away to his left. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Dowdle is in. Touchdown, Dallas. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Aubrey good with a PAT, and that makes it a 21-10 game. And up 2 scores late. No clue why you do this here, but they're going to go for the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Geno now to throw. Flush to his right. He's got his big tight end, Fant. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Now Geno. Going right back to Fant. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Smith. He's going to air one out. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Catch is made by Metcalf. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf. 30 yards. And the Seahawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Geno's going to throw. Eluding the pressure. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Throwing here, Prescott.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Touchdown! Dak Prescott.